Sri Lanka, a land of tropical beauty and ancient heritage, is a country that tells stories with every landscape and every face you encounter. From the golden beaches to the deep rainforests, this island in the Indian Ocean is a place where tradition and modernity collide. The resilience of its people, the richness of its culture, and the struggles they face create a land of contrasts that's both inspiring and challenging. Each corner of Sri Lanka has a tale to tell, and today, we're diving deep into the stories that make this island so unique. One of the final facts in this video will surprise you, so be sure to watch until the end. Subscribe to World Marvels if you want to keep exploring the hidden wonders of our planet. Welcome to World Marvels. 10. The Resilient Women of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, the story of resilience is often told through the lives of its women. They are the silent force that has carried the nation through its darkest times, from natural disasters to periods of social and political upheaval. In rural areas, women are the backbone of agricultural labor, often working alongside men in rice fields, tea plantations, and vegetable gardens. Their days are long, starting before sunrise and ending well after dark, juggling fieldwork with household responsibilities. These women are often the primary caretakers of the family, ensuring that children are fed, educated, and nurtured. Their hard work contributes to the local economy as they produce and sell handmade crafts like pottery, woven baskets, and textiles. In urban settings, Sri Lankan women have a different set of challenges. Many are breaking stereotypes by pursuing careers in fields traditionally dominated by men, such as medicine, engineering, and business. Despite societal expectations, they are advancing into leadership roles and championing causes for gender equality. The aftermath of the 2004 tsunami highlighted their strength, as women led rebuilding efforts, coordinated aid, and helped restore livelihoods. The dual role of maintaining tradition while stepping into modernity has shaped the identity of Sri Lankan women as symbols of resilience and adaptability. 9. Sri Lanka's stunning yet challenging landscapes. Sri Lanka's landscapes are a vivid tapestry of natural wonders that range from the serene to the rugged. The southern coastline is home to idyllic beaches with soft sand and crystal-clear waters, attracting thousands of tourists who flock to see the picturesque sunrises and sunsets. However, the heart of Sri Lanka lies in the central highlands, where the air is cooler and the hills are covered in lush tea plantations. These tea estates are a significant part of the country's economy, producing some of the world's best teas. But behind the beauty is the reality of hard labor. Tea pickers, many from Tamil communities, toil on steep slopes, facing challenging working conditions and low pay. The tea industry, while an economic asset, highlights the struggles of those who depend on it. The rainforests of the central and southern regions are a different kind of beauty, dense, green, and alive with the sounds of exotic birds, monkeys, and the occasional leopard. These forests are crucial for maintaining the country's biodiversity, but face threats from illegal logging and agricultural encroachment. For those who live in these areas, the balance between preserving nature and utilizing it for livelihood is a daily challenge. 8. Rich biodiversity, a delicate relationship with humans. Sri Lanka is a biodiversity hotspot. Known for its unique species and ecosystems, the island is home to a range of wildlife, including elephants, leopards, sloth bears, and hundreds of bird species. National parks like Yala and Wilpattu are popular destinations for wildlife enthusiasts hoping to catch a glimpse of these magnificent animals. The Sri Lankan elephant, in particular, is a symbol of the nation, revered in Buddhist culture and celebrated during festivals like the Esala Parahira. Yet, human-elephant conflict is a growing concern as agricultural expansion and habitat destruction push elephants closer to human settlements. Villages frequently find themselves at odds with these gentle giants, whose raids on crops can devastate a family's livelihood. Conservation organizations are working on solutions, such as creating wildlife corridors that allow animals to move safely between protected areas without crossing into farmland. These initiatives are crucial for protecting not just the animals but the ecological balance of the island. However, challenges like poaching, deforestation, and the illegal wildlife trade remain threats to Sri Lanka's rich natural heritage. 7. the everyday realities of rural life. Rural Sri Lanka is a world that moves to the rhythm of the seasons. Most rural communities are heavily reliant on agriculture, growing staples like rice, tea, coconuts, and spices. Life in these areas is challenging, with families often living in modest homes made of brick, mud, or wood, surrounded by lush greenery. The dry season can be a time of hardship, as water sources dwindle and crops suffer. Farmers have adapted to these conditions by employing traditional techniques, such as building small reservoirs to capture rainwater and using ancient irrigation methods to keep their crops alive. The arrival of the monsoon brings a different set of challenges. Intense rains can lead to flooding, destroying crops, and sometimes entire villages. Yet, the resilience of these communities is remarkable. In times of crisis, neighbors come together to share resources and support each other. Many rural families practice sustainable farming, using organic fertilizers and traditional pest control methods to preserve the land for future generations. This deep connection to the land is a defining feature of rural Sri Lanka, where the past and present intertwine in the everyday lives of its people. 6. Colombo, a city where tradition meets modernity. Colombo, Sri Lanka's bustling capital, is a city of contrasts. On one hand, it is a modern metropolis with high-rise buildings, luxury hotels, and shopping centers that cater to international tourists and the local elite. On the other, it retains a deep sense of history, with colonial-era buildings, ancient temples, and vibrant street markets that have been around for generations. The city's streets are a sensory overload, a mix of honking tuk-tuks, the aroma of street food, and the colorful chaos of local vendors. This blend of old and new is what makes Colombo unique. The Galface Green, a large urban park along the coast, is a favorite spot for locals and tourists alike, offering stunning views of the Indian Ocean. However, Colombo's rapid development has also brought challenges. The influx of wealth and investment has widened the gap between the rich and the poor. While some areas of the city are flourishing with modern infrastructure, other parts are marked by poverty, with residents living in cramped and substandard conditions. Access to quality education and healthcare remains uneven, highlighting the socio-economic disparities that the city struggles to address. For many, Colombo is a city of opportunity, but it is also a city that reflects the challenges of inequality in a rapidly changing world. 5. The lingering legacy of civil war. Sri Lanka's civil war was a conflict that spanned nearly 3 decades, leaving a lasting impact on the country. From 1983 to 2009, the war between the Sri Lankan government and the Tamil Tigers, LTTE, tore the nation apart, leading to significant loss of life, displacement, and destruction. The war officially ended in 2009, but its legacy continues to shape Sri Lanka's social and political landscape. The northern and eastern regions, which were the main battlegrounds, still bear the scars of conflict. In these areas, the rebuilding process has been slow, and memories of the war are deeply ingrained in the communities. Many people are still searching for loved ones who went missing during the fighting, and the sense of loss remains a part of everyday life. Reconciliation efforts are ongoing, but they are complicated by ethnic tensions and historical grievances. The government has implemented programs to rebuild infrastructure and provide support for war-affected families, but trust between communities is fragile. The legacy of the civil war is a reminder of the complexities of Sri Lanka's identity, where peace and progress are intertwined with the painful memories of the past. 4. The impact of the 2004 tsunami, a tragedy that united a nation. On the morning of December 26, 2004, Sri Lanka was hit by one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. A massive earthquake off the coast of Sumatra triggered a tsunami that swept across the Indian Ocean, devastating coastal regions of Sri Lanka. Entire villages were washed away in a matter of minutes, and more than 35,000 people lost their lives. The aftermath of the tsunami was a test of Sri Lanka's resilience. International aid arrived quickly, with countries around the world sending support for relief and rebuilding efforts. The disaster became a catalyst for change, as it highlighted the need for better disaster preparedness and early warning systems. Today, Sri Lanka has implemented a series of measures to protect its coastal communities, including tsunami warning towers and evacuation routes. The scars of the tsunami are still visible along the coast, where some communities have rebuilt from scratch. The unity shown by the Sri Lankan people during and after the disaster is a testament to their strength, as they came together to heal and move forward from a tragedy that touched every corner of the island. 3. Tourism, a source of wealth and a cause for concern. Tourism is a crucial part of Sri Lanka's economy, accounting for a significant portion of its revenue. The country's stunning landscapes, cultural heritage, and wildlife draw millions of visitors each year. Popular tourist destinations like the ancient city of Anuradhapura, the Sigiriya Rock Fortress, and the beaches of Unawatuna are must-see spots for anyone visiting the island. The rise of tourism has brought economic benefits, creating jobs and supporting local businesses. However, it has also raised concerns about the environmental and cultural impact. In some areas, the influx of tourists has put pressure on natural resources, leading to environmental degradation. Coastal regions have seen an increase in construction, with resorts and hotels popping up to accommodate the growing number of visitors. This development has taken a toll on the delicate ecosystems, particularly coral reefs, which have been damaged by pollution, overfishing, and careless tourism practices. Historical and sacred sites, such as the ancient Buddhist temples, have also faced challenges due to the sheer volume of tourists, which can wear down these fragile monuments. To counter these negative impacts, Sri Lanka is making strides toward more sustainable tourism. Initiatives to promote ecotourism are on the rise, with a focus on conservation and community-based tourism that respects the natural and cultural heritage of the island. These efforts are not just about preserving the environment. They're also about maintaining the cultural integrity of Sri Lanka for future generations, ensuring that tourism remains a benefit rather than a burden. 2. The culinary heritage, a symphony of flavors. Sri Lankan cuisine is a flavorful journey through the island's multicultural past. The country's food reflects a blend of Indian, Southeast Asian, Portuguese, Dutch, and British influences, creating dishes that are both unique and familiar. Central to the Sri Lankan diet is rice, which is often accompanied by a variety of curries made from vegetables, fish, chicken, or lentils. The curries are rich with spices, including cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and curry leaves, which gives Sri Lankan food its distinct aroma and taste. Coconut is another staple ingredient, used in everything from creamy curries to refreshing sambals. A spicy side dish made with fresh grated coconut, chili, and lime. Seafood plays a significant role in coastal cuisine, with dishes like fish ambalthile, a sour fish curry, showcasing the island's access to fresh fish. Street food is a beloved part of Sri Lankan culture, with vendors selling kata roti, chopped roti with vegetables and meat, hoppers, bowl-shaped pancakes made from fermented rice flour, and savory snacks like vadai, fried lentil cakes. Each region has its own specialties, and the food varies significantly from the coastal areas to the mountainous interior. Despite the diversity and richness of Sri Lankan cuisine, food security remains a challenge for many rural communities, where economic hardship limits access to the ingredients that make these dishes so special. The contrast between the tourist experience, full of culinary delights, and the reality faced by locals highlights the country's socio-economic disparities. 1. Spirituality, the foundation of Sri Lankan identity. Spirituality is the cornerstone of Sri Lankan culture, with Buddhism being the dominant religion. The influence of Buddhism is seen everywhere, from the grand temples in cities to the small shrines found in rural areas. The Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic in Kandy is one of the most important religious sites, believed to house a tooth of the Buddha himself. It attracts pilgrims from across the country, especially during the Esala Perahera festival, when the relic is paraded through the streets in a grand procession accompanied by drummers, dancers, and elaborately decorated elephants. Beyond Buddhism, Sri Lanka is also home to a mosaic of other religions, including Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity, each contributing to the island's rich cultural tapestry. Religious festivals are celebrated with great enthusiasm, and they serve as moments of unity for communities. Vesak, the Festival of Lights, marks the birth, enlightenment, and death of the Buddha, and is celebrated nationwide with lanterns and candles that light up homes, streets, and temples. These moments of shared spirituality are not just about religion. They are about the collective identity of Sri Lanka, a nation that has endured countless challenges but remains united through its deep-rooted faith. In times of hardship, whether due to war, natural disasters, or economic difficulties, spirituality has provided a sense of hope and resilience, acting as a guiding light for the Sri Lankan people. Sri Lanka is a country that defies simple definitions. It is a place where every mountain, forest, and temple tells a story of endurance and beauty. From the hard-working women in the fields to the bustling streets of Colombo, the ancient ruins that echo the past, and the vibrant festivals that celebrate life, this island is a testament to the power of resilience. What part of Sri Lanka's story resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to World Marvels for more captivating explorations of the world's hidden gems. Thank you for joining us. May the spirit of Sri Lanka inspire you to discover the beauty and strength within yourself and the world around you.